The weather didn't stop more than 3,500 teachers and supporters from picketing outside the legislature on Monday. It was part of continuing job action on the part of the Saskatchewan Teachers Federation. Their goal? Get the government back to bargaining and to include class size and complexity into contracts. But the government continues to refuse, leaving those decisions to local school boards. And after months of stalled talks, teachers say they are fed up.
That doesn't work. I'm negotiating with my local board, and our board hasn't had an increase in funding for classroom complexity in 13 years. Okay? And that's the same across the board ever since they changed the mill rates. So any claims that the local school boards can handle this are debunked simply because they have no money.
The government says addressing classroom complexity is still a concern. The Premier says they've already made investments to solve the issue.
We as a province have invested heavily through that significant per capita investment that Saskatchewan families make in education. $300 million each and every year in supports for learning, $53.5 million post-budget last year, specifically in classroom size and complexity.
The government says it will continue to allocate at least $53.1 million per year to address class complexity. But teachers say promises made outside of a contract aren't enough.
We've seen across the country how it can be incorporated into provincial agreements. There's at least 3 or 4 that have them. We want it in the contract so that it's sustainable, predictable, and guaranteed.
I hope they know that teachers care, that teachers are standing out here in minus 35 and 40K an hour winds, 50K an hour winds, and we're going to keep on doing this until they finally listen up and make the change that they've needed to make for a decade, which is a fund education.
The STF has already planned to escalate job action this week. That includes withdrawal of noon supervision and their support of extracurricular activities. Tariq Reed, CBC News, Regina.